Super Witches remain one of the best troops you'll ever use, so let's break down the best Super Witch army from the composition to how you can 3-star any base no matter your townal level. To kick things off, let's start with hero equipment and the best options you have for each hero. Starting with the Barbarian King, you have plenty of options, including the Spiky Ball, Earthquake Boots, and Giant Gauntlet. However, in terms of the best combos to run, his second best combo is often going to be using the Spiky Ball and Earthquake Boots. Despite getting a nerf in a previous update, it's still a solid combo for Super Witches, as it will do big damage to surrounding buildings while providing wall breaking early on for them. Just keep in mind this might be a little expensive since you have to max out bolt equipment. His best combo though is running the Giant Gauntlet with the Earthquake Boots. Quite shocking, but this allows your king to be an additional unmovable tank inside the base to protect your Super Witches, while additionally offering wall breaking support and some nice DPS on the side, which is really nice when you consider that these two abilities don't need to be maxed in order to be used. As for the Archer Queen, she has plenty of choices, including the new action figure, magic mirror, healer puppet, and giant arrow. For her best combos, her second best is easily the healer puppet and the giant arrow or magic mirror. This allows you to use the queen to provide funneling, as it lets your queen move with the siege barracks to create a wide cutoff for your Super Witches. With the magic mirror instead, you can even use them within the base to refresh the healers and provide heavy damage. However, her best option is her new action figure and magic mirror or the giant arrow. This is easily one of her best, as it allows you to spawn a massive tank inside the base while doing huge damage. It will also let you keep moving through thanks to the giant's high DPS, high HP, rage ability, and 2x damage to walls. You can even use the giant arrow with the action figure to activate invisibility spell towers inside the base while spawning the giant to do additional tanking along with your king and big boys. Now for the Grand Warden, it's fairly obvious, as what makes Super Witches so powerful is the Fireball and the Rage Gem. There isn't much that needs to be said other than this is often one of the strongest equipment in the game and has the ability to set a solid funnel while then offering more healing to healers and more DPS to troops as long as he stays alive thanks to his Rage Gem ability. And for the Royal Champion, she has plenty of solid options, including the Electro Boots, Hog Puppets, Seeking Shield, and the Rocket Spear. So her second best option has to be the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear. This has always been a consistent option on the back end of the base, as it allows you to clear plenty of defenses with both of them while moving between defenses and clearing the back end of the base. However, her best remains the Hog Puppets and the Electro Boot combo. By far the most flexible, as you get a 1-second invisibility, hog spawns, healing, and a way to deal with skeleton traps on the back end, making this very powerful for supporting her and the rest of your Super Witch army. With that said, here is the army comp for each townal level, mainly being extremely strong from townal 15 to townal 17. However, if you are below townal 15, this can still work, but it depends on the base since the Fireball can't get nearly as much as it used to. However, how does one 3-star with an army as strong as this? So, with the Fireball, you're usually looking to remove a large area of value, pairing this with 3 to 4 invisibility spells and 2 to 3 earthquake spells. This should clear out a large area of the base, as this can be used as part of your funnel. Clearing out major defenses like the Eagle Artillery, Scatter Shots, or even Fire Spitters can get you great value while setting up pathing for your Super Witches. However, you also have the Grand Warden, who can easily clear out trash buildings along the outside of the base, which makes it much easier for you to set up your Super Witches to go in the right direction. One mistake that I think some players might make is launching the Fireball way too early, especially since it can result in going to an invisible building or even to an outside Tesla. So make sure that you use something like a Barbarian to clear the area of Teslas, and delaying the fireball just a little bit after the invisibility spells are used allows them to turn fully invisible. This should overall let you consistently launch the fireball in the right area as long as you're turning the right buildings invisible, that is. Additionally, the level of your fireball makes a huge difference. On screen is the level the fireball is able to remove defenses with 0, 1, and 2 earthquake spells. This should help you on upgrading the fireball to the right level. Additionally, pairing the fireball with 3 earthquake spells and the giant arrow is enough to remove the town hall even at town hall 17. You will also need to funnel the other side to cut off the base for your super witches. This often will use the siege barracks with a few furnaces to clear out plenty of buildings and defenses to get your super witches in. However, if you are running the troop launcher instead, you can use the queen along with a few furnaces to funnel, as using the healer puppets with either the magic mirror or giant arrow allows you to funnel that side while retaining the troop launcher to support your healers and super witches. Just be sure to not have the furnaces or siege barracks too close to defenses, as they can easily be cleared if that's the case. If you do want to put them in a more aggressive position, using 2 giants allows you to have enough tanking for both the siege barracks and the furnaces to clear them out and safely create a funnel for your super witches. This leads you into the smash portion with the super witches as you move in with the support of your heroes, the Barbarian King, Archer Queen, and Grand Warden, while also having troops to support, like the super wall breakers to open more of the base, and the Apprentice Warden to buff your super witches, big boys, heroes, and even the giant. As you work in, using a rage spell early on to help push your troops into the base can be a great choice, as you're able to clear out key threats while getting closer to the core. This is where you're going to use your Barbarian King's Earthquake Boot ability to open the base up for your super witches while becoming a massive tank thanks to the giant gauntlet. You should also use any free spells around this time if you have any to mitigate the damage taken from key threats, especially if they are raged up from a rage spell tower. This should allow you to keep all of your troops moving from one end of the base to the other by using a jump spell to connect the final remaining closed compartments. That'll allow you to have your super witches, mirrored queens, and even the giant working through the rest of the interior part of the base. While your super witches and heroes are clearing out remaining defenses, you've got the Royal Champion, which will be used on the back end, clearing out defenses, which can speed up the rest of your attack while also controlling where the rest of your troops and heroes go. She doesn't necessarily need to worry about skeleton traps, as she already has the Electro Boots, which allows her to clear trash buildings along with skeleton traps and other defenses. You also have her Hog Puppet ability to spawn additional units while having another second invisibility to keep her protected as she moves from defense to defense. You can also use the Rocket Spear and the Seeking Shield to clear out defenses from a distance, thanks to the spear and shield combo being able to clear lesser defenses, while saving enough spears for higher HP threats. Either way, your Royal Champion will be able to cut through the back end, and with enough support of your troops, any cleanup units like minions, you should be able to have more than enough to 3-star any base. This should give you the concept of 3-starring reliably with super witches. However, if you want the best and the worst hero equipment for each hero, check the new updated tier list right here.